So let's move to task class. So here we need to add the function that will edit or that will get the task that you want to edit. So let's call it edit task. And here we will get the task that we want to edit. So we need to get it using the model's task. So don't be confused because we have the same name. So we are using model's task. If you did change the name, so if the class has a different name than your model, you can use the model that you have if it is task. Okay, and here we get the task that you want to update, and here we need to add the two other properties. The first one is task to update, and later we will see why we add these two properties. So this is task to update, so it takes null, and second one is updating and it takes false. Okay, so once we click on the edit button, so we will get the task as we said. So we need to update the body, and we get, or we give it task body. Okay, and we need also to update the task to update, which is the property that we have added, and give it the task. And also we need to update updating, and updating will be, so let's give it true, and that's all. Okay, and let's move to the blade. So here task.blade.php, and here once we click on the edit button, so let's add here wire click, and we called edit task function, and we give it task ID. Okay, which is the task that you want to update. So let's refresh here and see. So if we click on edit here, so as you can see, we have, this is my first task. Okay, if I click on the second one, so this is my second task. So now we need, once we are updating, so we need to display the buttons so the user can update or cancel the updating. Okay, so we don't need to display the validation, or not the validation, but the add-in button. Okay, so let's move down. So here we have the button that adds a new task, and here we need to check, so we need to check if updating. So that's why we have added this property, which is updating, that we have here. So this one, so now if updating, if it has true, then what we will display, we will display two buttons, one for updating and one for canceled update. So let's add the first one, which is for updating, and we can or for canceling the updates, and we can here change the, so let's change the icon to arrow left, which means that if the user wants to go back. Okay, and here we will add later the function that will trigger and or will call. And also here let's add as I said, the button to update, and here let's change the icon to edit, and later we will add the function that we will call. And let's change here class to primary, and here to warning, and else if we are not updating, then we will display else, then we will display the add button, which is this one, and we end if. Okay, so save, let's refresh the page and see what we have here. So now if I click on the edit, so as you can see, this is my first task, and we have two buttons, one for canceling and one for editing. Okay, so let's add the cancel function first, so the user can go back to the previous, or he can cancel the update. So let's add the function here, and this function will clear the data. And inside what we have, so we need to check first if we are updating. So what we will do, so we need to set like we have done here, so we need to set the task to update to null and updating to false. Okay, false. Okay, so save, and later we will add something else. So let's move to task.blade.php. So here we have the cancel button, which is this one. So here we can call it clear data function. Okay, so save, let's refresh. And now if I try to edit this task and I click here, so as you can see, we are going back to the add-in task, but we need to clear also the form. Okay, so let's do that here, this body, and we give it an empty string. Okay, and we can use it instead of calling this body here, so we can use this clear data, and clear data, once we call it, when we start task, so it will clear the body and checks if we are updating, it will do these lines of code. If not, it will only empty the form. Okay, so let's refresh the page and try to update this task. So hit go back again, and as you can see, now we have emptied the form. Okay, so let's move now to the update. Once we click on this button, so we need to update the task. Okay,